Good evening, everyone. Today we are here to have a debate on freebies. My teammates who are sitting on the right side will be covering disadvantages of freebies, and our opponents who are sitting left side will be covering advantages of freebies. So first of all, I would like to clear that what is difference between freebies and welfare schemes. If we talk about freebies, then freebies is a thing which is provided for free and which don't have that long term effects. Like it is like providing bribes, for example, providing free cell phones, free washing machines, free sarees, free bullets, and all those things. And if we talk about welfare schemes, and so that is the like providing things for free, but that has long-term effects, and that can definitely contribute in the development of country in future. For example, if today we are providing midday meal to the students, so they will come to the school regularly, and that will definitely help in their studies. So by studies they can contribute in the development of our country in the future. And providing freebies can have adverse effect on our country's physical health, and that can also create economic instability, and that can lead to the inflation and government debt. If we take the example of old age pension scheme, so according to RBI, Indira Gandhi Old Age Pension Scheme has created a physical risk of a country or many states. And because of these kind of freebie schemes, India is having 86% debt to GDP ratio. And RBI says that a state must be having approx 20% debt to GDP ratio. But if we talk about Indian states, then Punjab is having 47% debt to GDP ratio, and many states like Rajasthan, West Bengal, UP, Andhra Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh are having 35% to 40% debt to GDP ratio, and that is really too much, and that is because of freebies. If we talk about the example of Punjab, then that is because government provided many freebie schemes like free electricity, free things for the farmers. Because of that, we can see debt to GDP ratio of Punjab. And in Rajasthan, in COVID time, we were not having enough vaccines to provide its citizens. But right now, we can see government is providing many schemes like free cell phones, free 100 unit electricity. In West Bengal in 2019-20, West Bengal government invested approx 4,000 crore on its higher education, where in 2020-21 it invested only 700 crore, and that budget was reduced by 82%. So we can see that the money or the investment which should be done in the important things like education, healthcare, infrastructure, renewable energy, and all those things, and research and development, which is diverted from those things, and it is going in previous schemes, and that will definitely hurdle in the development of our country. And we are a developing nation, so we should focus on those things. And our external affairs minister told that a country or state can't run only on the basis of freebies. Someone somewhere have to pay for it. And it is definitely correct. We can see the condition of Andhra Pradesh. It is providing 30% of its budget only to the that interest payments because of freebies, that they have taken a lot of interest. So that's all I would like to tell. So anyone from you would like to tell about this?
Now I want to say about the freebies are not only providing by the government sector, it's also providing by the private sector also. Like we all are very known about DMart things, buy one get one free. The Paytm things you have also get the cashback also. So these type of things they have got a good image, like the DMart providing two things in one money. So these type of things they can increase their economy, increase their economy and sales also. Now I want to elaborate the agriculture things. In agriculture, as we all know, lots of farmers doing suicide every day. Like the data is 30 farmers suicide doing suicide every day, so because of the bad crop and drought. Therefore, the farmers decided to leave the occupation, and by this, India is facing scarcity in the primary things, because primary things, and the 44% population of India doing primary things in India, and which is the 20% contribution of GDP. So that's why government providing this type of subsidies, these types of subsidies to encourage the farmers to doing farming things and all, instead of neglecting them. So subsidies like on agriculture tools and drip system, water harvesting, vegetation, biogas plant, and especially on the solar system plant. In the most of the north state, 80% subsidies provided by the government, in which 50% providing by the central government and 30% providing by the state government. By this, farmer only have to pay the 20% of the full expenditure, and this only not focus on the farming thing. It's only focus. It's also helpful for the nature, and it's also helpful the growing in the economy of our country, like because they increase the solar system things. It's also sometimes helpful for our some state like Rajasthan and all, where resources are very less. And freebies also reduce the financial burden on farmers, and by this they also encourage to buy some new technology for in farming. That's all.
Freebies can't be welfare now that it's like effect on the environment, in the government providing free electricity, fuel, and all those things, water, then its effect on the environment, they will use more than need. And like providing free electricity, then they will use groundwater more than need. Like in Punjab, in Punjab, they gave the subsidy of fertilizers and chemicals then to farmers. Then farmer use more than requirement, then after that they got the disease of cancer. And on that time, one train used to run Punjab to Delhi. The train name was uh, cancer trend. It's not only effect on the environment, it's effect on the economy of a state. Like in Punjab, government providing 300 units of each and every home, and 1000 per month each woman. It's debt burden on the state, and now the 2.82 lakh crore in Punjab. And I want to tell the report of CSG. It says like wasting of power, low tax complaints, and poor quality of services providing state power state power. And I want to say that report Niti Aayog is saying they must improve the school infrastructure and quality of teachers and the learning, but they are providing laptops by the government of Uttar Pradesh. Do you think it's necessary? No. And in that Tamil Nadu providing sarees and pressure cookers, washing machines, TVs, do you think it's necessary? It's necessary. They don't have to like food to eat, and they are providing washing machines and sarees. They don't have home to live, and they are providing washing machines and TVs, all those things.
As my opponent said that electricity and water it's our bad effect, but I would like to say that government are providing water and electricity is not totally free. It's free for a limit so that they can use that limit. Freebies, there is a lot of advantage of freebies. Freebies providing basic needs is also promote social equity. Hello guys, my name is Ram. So I have a problem. I am stucking in middle. So you don't think that I am not have proper sentence. So my start. Yes, yes, sir or ma'am told like government providing like electricity, water and transport in free for limit. So how it will cover the gap between poor and gap? The 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 benefit of freebies, rich and poor both are working. Then the poor is going to more poor, and which are going more rich. So how will we uh, how will we cover the gap between rich and poor? So so it is increasing inequality between them. Then for example, in that timing of what the government is providing free free schemes and like free cell phones, free electricity, 100 unit free electricity, and like more things. And for for this thing, the which is getting more profit, and the government is misusing that taxes, which is like more important for poor people, and government have to have to provide the welfare for covering the space between rich and poor.
Hi guys, my name is Nakul God. So our opponent was saying freebies is dividing means giving gap in middle of rich and poor. This is freebies are not giving this kind of gap. Freebies knows who is poor and who is rich, because cycles are giving only to government school girls, and our government our that what we call, our government is giving providing goods only to BPL family, not to everyone. And my topic is political statement. So political stability, and because of freebies the political stability is increased. Is giving freebies, and because of freebies the that people knows who is better for us and who is bad for us, who is giving us good facility and who is not giving us good facility. But this is nothing. We are living in India, and the literacy rate of India is 74%. We all know what is beneficial for us and what is not beneficial for us. And if someone is giving us free cell phone, because of free cell phone we will give what to him. Everyone has a cell phone. And I am telling like that we want that employment, not free phone.
Yeah, as he told, like by providing cell phone, people are not attracting, otherwise people are not voting. It is people are voting by giving cell phone and all those things. If we talk about the survey of Tamil Nadu, it was found that approximately 49% people vote on the base of that freebies. Now, if we talk about the political instability, we can see the Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka's president promised from those to decrease the tax from 15% to 8%, and it was on the base of freebies. And now we can see the condition of that Sri Lanka. It is too bad they are not getting even food. And according to directive principle of state policy, it must be there that social justice, economic improvement, and future growth. If we talk about the social justice, then where it is? If we talk about the Assam government provide the bullets to youth. How it will help in that future growth? If we talk about the if we talk about the economic improvement, let me take the example of our Rajasthan. Our Rajasthan in 2022, our Rajasthan was debt in approximately 4 lakhs year. But if we talk about 2023, then it is approximately 5 lakh. It is debt in approximately 5 lakhs year. The free and fair elections. Our ancestors saw the dream of free and fair elections, but the freebies is shaking the legs of free and fair elections.
So, as my opponent told that the in the Tamil Nadu the midday meal scheme was launched. It was like a freebies, but later on it became the welfare, and because of this, the children were coming to school and they were attract, and because of this, the people are coming throughout the malnutrition. And at the time of independence, only 46% of voters were in the countries, but later on now you can see this approximately it is 67% of voters who are voting, and it is more much better for our country. And if we compare our country to another countries which are well developed, it is it is a great thing. And if I talk my opposition talk about that bullets in the Assam. If I remember you that in Bihar the distribution of cycles for the girls was held. It was like a freebies, but later it decreased the dropout of the girls in the schools. The parents were able to make them study because of the cycles, because it helped in going and coming through the schools. Now, if I talk about the health, in the ancient time before the 19th century, the IMR infinity motive rate was increasing day by day because of the death of child at the time of delivery. Because of less facilities of medical health, it was increasing day by day. Later on, a freebies a freebie was given by the government, which was passed in 22. The Rajasthan right to the Rajasthan Government Right to Healthcare Act 2022. In the assembly, it was the first state to do so in the India, and because of this, the population of Rajasthan get 20% of rights in it. The bill guarantees the rights of OPDs and IPDs, and because of this, you can see there is the in the hospitals the IMR is decreasing because of this, and that's all.
If you put Revdi front of aunt definitely get to attract to Revdi. Eh, to give Revdi, will we compromise our economy? Freebies can destroy our economy power every year. State government use state budget for development of a state and and for public welfare. But previous stop the capital things in a state. uh, by that new road, metro, hospital, school, which are very important in state development, will not build and and it effect on state economy. And it also increase the death of a state, and it is very danger. It is very danger state economy. That's all.
As everybody has said, freebies are bad for a country just because they are spoiling the economy. But we are living in a democratic country where all the candidates are having their power and strength which they can show. But as all those welfare schemes can be launched after the election, so they need to show some of the things which they will provide after they have been elected as the candidates. So freebies are the starting phase of welfare scheme. There are some of the freebies, just like as my candidate has said that cycle or some of the midday meal schemes were launched as freebies, but later on they became the welfare scheme. Some kind of those is Chiranjeevi scheme, which was launched in Rajasthan as a freebie. Now it has become as a welfare scheme. Then later on it has become the freebies too. Now I would like to go on that it is how it is impacting the economy, because what it is, government is providing money to the people or things in the free, but they have to build somewhere. So some people are there who are getting employed about it. So it's not that we are getting those things freely. So people, the government has to pay. So it's not that economy is totally tough or stagnant just because of it. The third thing which I want to include over here about freebies, it has been told in our DPSP, like the directive principle of state policy, that state have to do some of the things for upbuilding our nation. So the government is doing provide through providing freebies to the people. Now it has gone for the education field. There are people or children who are not able to afford the education system, but through freebies provided by the government are able to afford it. Now I would like to take your attention towards this. We have all discussed about this issue as a government issue only. Why we are not going to the private issue? Like, freebies are not provided only by the government, they are provided by private companies too. As we have seen the scenario of Geo. It has provided data for 1 year, which has not only brought people to the Android thing, but also it has become a digital revolution for our country. Then the second thing is, there are a lot of companies like Paytm has been given the cashback, which is also a freebie, which has been including most of the people to the digital banking. There are also some of the freebies coming when you are going for the 30% or 50% off, which are not only going for the economic, but also providing employment to the people. So freebies are good when they are provided as seeing the economy of a country. Thank you.
Yeah, ma'am, you told right that all the freebies are started freebies are connected to welfare scheme too. No doubt it is there. As we can see of Delhi, Delhi is providing every person free electricity and transportation system too. But do you know, every year that Delhi has its budget more than every state. It is 62,000 crore, and last time it was used 69,000 crore, and more than 5 crore was the debt on Delhi. Yeah, it's right, it is not a big amount as compared to other state, but like that, if we will increase those debt, it will destroy the state. As we can see the Venezuela condition, it was provided many things as the name of welfare scheme. There was free food, free medical facility, free healthcare system, and free transportation system. And because of that, people started to stop work, because they don't have tension to save money and provide to their children, and that reduce the great amount of tax, and that is the cause of great, you can say, destroy of that country. And same thing you can see the Greece too. One time you are providing welfare scheme, but don't you think you are making depend on that? If you provide it one time, people demand it every time. Now there is a trend like free electricity. If people will get addicted of that, do you think you can stop it? But do you think how much money it conduct because of that free electricity transportation system? The money which we can use making metro system, which can decrease our poverty and which can provide a lot of people time, they can have a good job. But where we are giving such a rubbish thing to every citizen, where rich people doesn't require, but still they are using it and having a lot of benefits of that, and by that we can't cover the gap which was the dream of our ancestors. Now there is a thing I want to say. If you provide a man a fish, you can feed him for a day. If you teach him how to fish, you can feed him whole of his life. But by providing freebies, we are feeding a person only of one time, not of his whole time. In India there are 33 million people are unemployed, and if you talk about Rajasthan, there are 33 more than 33 lakh people are unemployed. We must work on that, that we can provide people job, we can have a good our infrastructure, so they can have a good job opportunities, where we are giving free cell phone, free grains, and many more things which will help to people for only short time, not a long time. And that's it.
As we all have discussed about freebies, so we know that there are a lot of pros and cons about freebies. But how we can rectify it? There is an act called Representation of People's Act 1951. There is no speciality shared what should be the freebies provided by a leader. So it should be amended very soon, as it should not be the burden to the things. As this thing went to the Supreme Court, there is a committee which has been made, so it will be established so that it can make what are the things which a leader can promise to the people and how he will fulfill those.